Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm gonna do a Harry Potter Q&A. I basically searched online like Harry Potter questions, and once you dig through all the trivia questions, you'll actually find some tag questions of like, what's your favorite character and things like that. So I just copied my favorite ones from a list that I found. This is probably gonna be one of my favorite videos to film because if you don't know already, I am a huge Harry Potter fan. It is by far my favorite fandom, lifestyle, call it what you will. But yes, before we get into the video, make sure that you're subscribed to my channel and hit that little notification bell so you know every time I upload a new video. And now let's get to the questions. I have written them down, so I'm going to be reading them off of this. But the first question is a classic, what house are you? And as you can see from my scarf, I am Hufflepuff. I am a proud Hufflepuff. I love Hufflepuff so much. I know one of the questions was like, what house do you think you are? So I'll just kind of tie that all into this first one here. So I wasn't 100% sure on what house I thought I was actually, because I took maybe like one quiz when I was younger and got Gryffindor, and I was just like, okay, sure, Gryffindor. Like, I don't think I related that much to like Slytherin, Ravenclaw. Like, I liked the house colors and everything, but I was not smart enough for Ravenclaw. But I never really thought of Hufflepuff as an option really, because as a kid I was more focused on the characters that I liked that were from certain houses. Like, honestly, Luna Lovegood was the only way that I thought I could be a Ravenclaw. So I basically base it on characters, and you know, you don't have too many Hufflepuff characters, so there was never really a representation of what that is. But then in high school my friends were like putting each other into houses, and then the majority of the group was like, oh, Jamie, you would be Hufflepuff. And I was just like shocked, because I was like, what? Because I had never thought of that as a possibility even. But then that night I went home and I took the Pottermore quiz, and sure enough, I got Hufflepuff. So then I was still kind of like, I don't understand, because I didn't really know what they were all about except for like food. Like, that's kind of what you hear when you first hear Hufflepuff, like loyal and food, and like, I'm not that into food, I don't know. So then on Pottermore they have like a describing the Hufflepuff common room article you can read, and like a, you know, what is Hufflepuff sort of thing. And once I read those, I was like, oh yeah, I'm Hufflepuff, like so very much. So yes, that's me answering 2 questions right off the bat. I am now forever loyal to Hufflepuff. I don't know. It's just so cute. I love Hufflepuff so much. Alright, what's your patronus? On the Pottermore quiz, my patronus is actually a wild cat. I didn't necessarily have an animal in mind for my patronus, honestly. But yeah, I'm fine with it, you know. What is your favorite book/movie? My favorite book is the 3rd one, Prisoner of Azkaban. And my favorite movie is actually a tie. A lot of these questions are gonna have multiple answers because I can't narrow it down on a lot of these questions, but my favorite movie is a tie between the first one and then Prisoner of Azkaban. The first one because it's just so sentimental, and it's also like a Christmas movie in my opinion, because it's just so happy, and you know, they have Christmas in the movie. So who is your favorite character? I'm pretty sure my favorite character is Hermione, because that's just who I looked up to when I was younger. Hermione's wand was always the one that I wanted to get. So yeah, I just really looked up to her. I thought she was super cool. What would be your favorite class? Pretty sure my favorite class would be herbology, because I think it would be so cool learning about like magical plants and like all the properties that they hold and everything. And then it's also kind of a tie because I think potions would be really cool, and those two could kind of like go hand in hand because you use plants in a lot of potions and all that jazz. But obviously I love the idea of spells and everything, but it's really cool to me that there is this whole other world where you can do so many more things with magic. Favorite villain? Whether or not you see this character as a villain is up to you, but my favorite villain would be Draco, because I have a soft spot in my heart for him. Character you prefer in the books? I prefer Ginny. I'm sure a lot of you know this, or a lot of you have heard this rant before, but Ginny in the movies is just so bland, so like, I feel like if you just watch the movie, you're almost confused as to why Harry ends up with Ginny, because she's kind of just there as like a side character almost. But like in the books, she's a Weasley, she has personality, she's sassy, she like, you know, she's this awesome female character that I wish they would have incorporated that more into the movies. So I feel like Ginny could also be one of my favorite characters, but from the books. Would you play Quidditch, and what position would you be? Yes, I would play Quidditch, and I think I would be a keeper because I played goalie my whole life in soccer. And it's just kind of like, if you ever got the opportunity to go to Hogwarts, like, wouldn't you want to do every possible activity they offer? Like, you know, you gotta get the full experience. What pet would you have at Hogwarts? I think I would have an owl, not quite sure which kind, but I just think they're the most useful because as much as I love cats, I think an owl would be more useful. Which Deathly Hallow would you choose? I would choose the invisibility cloak. I just think it would be the coolest one to have. Don't know what else to say about that. Favorite magical book? Just because of my personal interests and everything, I would say the 1000 Magical Herbs and Fungi. Favorite magical object? That would be the Time Turner, because again, I love that book. And also like everlasting candles, I think that would be a super cool thing to have. And just like the floating candles in general, that would be awesome because I love candles. Which character do you have a crush on? Surprisingly, I don't think I ever had like a crush on any of the characters growing up. I remember the very first time I watched the first movie, I thought Oliver Wood was cute, and I probably had like a mini crush on him, but I don't even know how young I was when that happened. But I will say I'm a huge sucker for Newt Scamander from Fantastic Beasts. I am including that in the Harry Potter tag because that's my honest answer. I don't have a crush on any of the Harry Potter characters, but Newt Scamander, on the other hand. And he's Hufflepuff, so I mean, Jarrett, if you're watching this, I still love you, don't worry. But moving on. Which is the most heartbreaking death? Spoiler alert here. Just in case you haven't read or seen the movies, but I mean, what are you doing with your life? But I'm gonna have to say Sirius and Fred because, don't get me started. One time I just like was feeling sad, so I just picked up Harry Potter and read when Fred dies, and I was just like, I just feel like I need to cry right now, so I'm just gonna make myself cry because I know reading this will make myself cry. And lastly, my favorite magical creature. Three-way tie here. Obviously a hippogriff because Prisoner of Azkaban, favorite book / film. A phoenix because they're just really cool. And this is very unrelated, but in Borderlands, I would play Lilith, and she's like the phoenix, and yeah, I think phoenixes are cool. And then the third would be a pygmy puff because they're so cute. They're little fluff balls of like pink and purple. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed that video. You got to know a little bit more about my Harry Potter side. Feel free to leave your Hogwarts house in the comments down below. I would love to know what house you guys are all in. And also if you have any questions that I didn't answer related to Harry Potter, feel free to leave those as well. Give this video a big ol' thumbs up if you liked it and if you like Harry Potter. As always, I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see y'all next time.